Hi, I'm Rob from the Mini Guitar Society, and this is apparently a red flag. So I was looking for something different on the internet. Not that different, not that kind of different. I was looking for something different to get into because I had really digested hours of guitar related material at this point, and I was starting to find myself looking at banjos, and somehow that felt like cheating. But anyway, I digress. I decided that I would try to find something else to get into for a little bit just to kind of clear my head. And I found out that the internet is no longer, as Holden McNeil once described, a place where people come together to complain about movies. It is now a place where AI links up with whatever you're typing into it to tell you why something that you enjoy is a deep psychological defect that you have. And that is when I found out that this is apparently a red flag. I was looking at some relationship related materials, and one of the things that really struck me is apparently playing guitar is a red flag for people who may be attracted to you otherwise. It was actually listed in the top 5 hobbies that are unattractive in men. Well, my flag might be a little larger than I had hoped. Because I don't just play guitar. I study guitars. I analyze guitars. I compare guitars. I have a spreadsheet on every guitar that I own that compares nut width, frets, composition of the fretboard, the shape of the neck, the weight of the body, the different wood types, different bridges, different pickups, different magnets, the different types of pots that are in them, all of it. My flag might be a little bigger than I had hoped because I don't just play guitars or analyze the ones in the room. I read about guitars. I watch videos about guitars. I get on the interweb and type into chat rooms about guitars. I argue about guitars. I have actually gotten into philosophical and sometimes even theological discussions about guitars. And the biggest part of the biggest red flag of them all, Scarecrow, is that it's all entirely self-funded and will not be monetized. So I get it. To someone on the outside, this doesn't look like a hobby. It's been commented that, if you had a cat for every guitar, would you consider it a problem then? And my response has always been, yeah, but if I had a stamp for every guitar, no one would even know about it. See, what I think some people don't understand, these collections and things that we have, whether it's cars or guitars or motorcycles or whatever, they're an escape route. They're a way for us to blow off a little steam, for us to find a little peace. And sometimes when we feel like our life is out of control, it's a way for us to settle down, take a breath, and put something in our hands. And it cracks me up that we make fun of each other's hobbies. I was talking to a buddy of mine who was headed off to a fantasy football party the other day, and he was wearing his jersey, and he was talking about his different people and all the points that they brought to it, and all this. I don't really understand it. And it dawned on me that this was the same guy that used to make fun of me for playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I wanted to ask him, hey man, apart from the drinking, what's the difference? But then I realized Dungeons and Dragons has a story, and fantasy football, I'm not going to judge other people's hobbies while I'm talking about people judging mine. Anyway, this is my on base. This is my space. I used to ride motorcycles to find peace. I used to disappear in my helmet. And what I found after a while was that didn't bring me peace. I was looking for something that I was never going to find. I was chasing the dragon, or in some cases, the tail of the dragon, in a way that I was never going to find the enjoyment that I find in this. And I've tried other hobbies through the years. I've gotten into all kinds of different things. But I've always, since I was a teenager, come back to the guitar. And I've always enjoyed playing a lot more than performing. And in that, and finding out about minis, as I constructed my mini guitar man cave, I learned something. In carving out my own space, the mini-verse, the tonosphere, as I claimed what I thought would be my own space, I got comfortable in my own skin, even if there's more of it than I really would hope. I got more present with the people who were around me, more thankful for the people in my life, more generous and more genuine. I became someone who's integrating the different parts of my personality, bringing that teenager who first picked up a guitar and wonder how many years it'll take me to play like Eddie. And the answer to that is more. Growing from that hopeful teenager to whoever I am becoming. I'm happier and the people around me are happier. I'm calmer, and so the people around me don't have to put up with the mood swings. As it turns out, when you find your healthy joy, your space, and you breathe that air, it changes the atmosphere around you. Your aura, your mojo, your countenance, whatever you want to call it. It changes you for the better with that healthy joy, and that changes the people around you. I think the people that put together these lists haven't figured out that not everything is healthy, but not everything is unhealthy. Fitness, relationships, the church, it can all become unhealthy. Social media can all become unhealthy. But joy, especially a healthy shared joy, is rarely an issue. So I get it. To some, this is a warning sign. But to some people, like Karen, like my family, like those people in the church who benefit from me being more equipped for life, being more solid, more stable, more present, more pastoral, it's not a red flag. It's a welcome sign. For me, for my neighbors, and for people everywhere who sit down and spend a few minutes watching these silly little films and remember why they started playing in the first place. It's a room where people are welcome. And quite frankly, I don't think we have enough of those anymore. My name is Rob, and I'm from the Mini Guitar Society. And my red flag is a welcome sign. And you are welcome to join me.